So thanks for taking the time today to learn a little bit more about CASC. This is the homepage for the Community Action Social Change minor. Most of the information about the program can be found on our website, but I'm going to run through it and let you know what kind of opportunities are available, as well as what are the requirements for the Community Action Social Change minor. So on the homepage, you'll find some basic information about the program. The podcasts feature a number of students that have gone through the program that are now alum. We have a pretty extensive, over 1,000 folks that are part of the alumni network. They often come back and do presentations, panels, workshops for current CASC students, especially featured in our capstone, which is the 1-credit Social Work 401 class. And this is really a nice way to hear about what sort of work that and organizations, careers that past CASC students have gone into, as well as connect if there's something that you're interested in, that there's an alumni. It's a really nice way to network as well. The CASC 10-year anniversary program also has an excellent section in there about the history of CASC if you want to know a little bit more about how it was started. Something that's very important about the minor is that it was started by students. There was a student interest in having a minor that focused on social change. That would really also not just be about social work, but certainly could have a focus on that, but would be something that anyone, depending on if you're in engineering, music, art, nursing, if you have an aspect of interest in community engagement, this is a really nice complement no matter what your major is. And it's also a great community. So there's a number of events that happen and programs throughout the semester. So it's a really nice way in such a large institution to have a little bit of a smaller community that you're a part of. Some of the requirements for the CASC minor the first is to attend the info session, which you're doing, so check. And then the second part is actually filling out the declaration form. So on the website, you can actually click on the declaration form and fill that out. That's received by myself as well as Joe Galura, who is the CASC advisor. And you'll hear back from us right away, confirming your minor application. And from there, you'll actually want to make an appointment with Joe so he can go over what courses you have potentially already taken that will count towards the minor, as well as make sure that you are able to complete the minor in a timely fashion and that you're on track to graduate. You can make an appointment online on this website, or you can do a drop-in. He's doing drop-in starting in about an hour. So every Wednesday from 1 to 4, there are drop-in hours to go meet with Joe. We're on the 3rd floor of the School of Social Work building, 3640. And one of the great benefits, I would say, of being part of the CASC minor is being able to work with Joe. He's just a really phenomenal advisor. And if you have any questions about courses or how to make your whole undergraduate package work, he's just really extremely helpful and kind. So there are no prerequisites for the Social Work 305 Foundations course, and there's really only 2 required classes for the minor out of the 16 credits total that make up the minor. One of them is the Social Work 305, the Foundations of Social Justice, and then the capstone, which is a 1-credit course that is really a culmination of your learning of community action and social change. That you would take your senior year. And we do ask that you take it your senior year because it really leads up to the CASC graduation and should be really showcasing everything that you've learned as part of the minor. The final product is often like a poem. Sometimes it's been a song, an art piece, a zine, something that really expresses what you have, what your passion is, what you've learned for the community action and social change minor. Then the rest of the 16 credits, so that would be 12 more, can be pulled from these elective courses. There's the context cluster, diversity learning cluster, and the action service learning cluster. And then you can have an additional 3 credits that come from any one of those clusters. To see what courses count towards the minor, we put out a course catalog, kind of like when all the course catalogs come out, so you can see easily what would count towards it. There are always new courses coming out. We try to stay on top of it, but if you see something that you think should count towards one of those clusters, please let myself or Joe know so that we can add it. Also, if you've taken something that isn't on here, but you feel like fits, you can pretty easily petition for it to count towards the minor. You would just send the syllabus to Joe so he can review it and make sure that it actually does count towards that context, diversity, or action cluster. So you can kind of just scroll through the courses and see if there's anything that you've taken already or that is of interest to you. I think that, there's just so many good courses that count towards the minor. Do you have any questions about what counts or what might count towards the minor? Or about any of the requirements so far?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, great. The next part is if you want to learn a little bit more about the faculty or staff that are part of the CASC minor. There's also, as I mentioned before the podcast, there's also some recorded workshops by alum, special speakers, and panels that are going to be added to this. So it's just a nice resource to have, especially for the capstone course. There is the optional Poverty Solutions Certificate Program, which there's a subcategory of 6 credits that if they fit under the Poverty Solutions, you can add the certificate to your CASC minor. Another benefit is the preferred admissions program into the Masters of Social Work that you are that is available to you as a CASC minor. You can learn more about it on the website. There are info sessions, and you can kind of keep a lookout in our newsletter for when those info sessions about the preferred admission for CASC into the master's program take place. Another storyboard that has more testimonials from alum and current students. There is currently one board that we are launching post-pandemic. It's it's kind of a combined board of the advisory and outreach. We have 5 new board members, and the student board is open to all CASC minors. I would love to work with you on that if it's something you're interested in. The board participates in outreach for the CASC program, as well as creating some unique programming, bringing in alum, or creating in the past, there's been some events around healing justice, around social justice game nights. There's been a Brenner meal to just kind of bring all the CASC folks together and create community. So that's something that is available. There's also a number of unique funding opportunities that are only available for CASC minor. There's the student organization grant. So any student org that a CASC student is part of you can individually apply for this. And this would be something that would go towards materials, supplies, space, or food. And then the other one is one that we've recently increased the amount of funding that we have available due to a very generous donation by one of a past family of a CASC student. And that's the Social Justice Internship Fund. So it's available during the summer. If there's an organization that maybe is only able to underpay you, or you would have to volunteer to gain experience from them that has to do with the social justice career, you can apply for this. And it looks like it's going to be available to around 1,500 to 2,000 for that summer program. We are also in the process of relaunching the Global Independent Study. So in the past, we've worked with the Global Studies program, that's a master's program at the School of Social Work, to have an independent course that looks at international social justice and is actually part of a trip. So we're actually relaunching that, and we'll be looking to current CASC students as well as the CASC board members to help inform that. And the hope is to have something by the summer or fall to and count towards the social change in global studies. Another benefit, of course, is the alumni network, which I've spoken about a couple times already. So I'll open it up now to you all in case you have any additional questions about the CASC minor or about declaring.
I don't think I have any other questions.
Great. Okay.
I guess I could ask a question.
Sure.
I'll definitely watch the videos, like the one on the screen right now and the podcast, but if you were to summarize what students say about the CAST minor or how it has helped them, what would you say that is what students would often say?
Absolutely. Well, I think a couple things that have been more like overarching themes that I've heard back as feedback is appreciation of building community of like-minded folks that they would not have met otherwise, that really care about a variety of issues across campus, but also in the community. And the other piece that they've really appreciated about the minor is the opportunity to participate in programs that have to do with exposing them to different types of social justice careers and opportunities and other things that became huge passions of theirs. And, opening their eyes to what's possible of in terms of their life passion and like really kind of connecting to their purpose in finding what they want to do, spend the rest of their life doing.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you both for joining me, and I'm happy to stay on if you have any more questions, but otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
too.
You too.
All right.